There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, with support provided by Bailey Glasser and by the West Virginia Department of Tourism, welcome to another Mountain Stage with our host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune, but the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Well, thank you so much. Welcome once again to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. And yes, it's me, Larry Gross. I'm standing in for Kathy Mattea. She had to leave, had some family medical difficulties, and we will see her next week, I certainly hope. But I'm glad that I'm able to be here for several reasons. One, this is some of my favorite talent is on this show. People have been on this show before, and we have some new folks who I'm looking forward to hearing for the first time. During our next hour, two of America's finest singing songwriters from, well, Chicago now, Los Angeles. Robbie Fulks will be here with his band. And give him a hand. And also, from out in Oregon, Anna Tivel is here, and she's brought her group too. She's very, very talented. And speaking of talented groups, the Gibson brothers are also here. They're going to be here during this hour. As is one of those fellows that I said new people haven't been on before, Mr. Nicholas Jamerson from right over in Kentucky is here. I like what he does, I like what he writes, and I like how he sings. But to start us off, a woman here who has been on this stage really not that long ago, but she wasn't doing her thing. She was singing along with Mary Gaucher, and while she was here, she also sang with my old buddy Ray Wiley Hubbard, and she's recorded with him recently. She's from down in Texas, near a little town near Waco, Texas, and has a new record. Her second record on 30 Tigers is out right now. It's called Boomerang Town, and she kind of describes it as a nostalgic album, and I like this quote. It says, "I'm at an age where I'm wrestling with trying to understand the nature of my family." You know what? I don't think that age ever passes, to be truthful. She's going to play along with the Mountain Stage Band, maybe do something by herself. Please welcome, for the first time as a solo artist, Jaimee Harris.
Thank you.
Had my first drink before I could drive. Mama left it on the counter half full one night. Felt the fire in my chest, shook the hand of the fair and dark-haired lad. He crept through the boards, hid behind the door. Now he ain't got a reason to hide no more. Took a seat at the table that my daddy once had, fair and dark-haired lad. Ooh. Turn the engine over, roll the windows down, left a note to tell them where I'm bound. I say goodbye, tip my hat to the fair and dark-haired lady.
Thank you so much, the Mountain Stage Band. Wow. Very cool to be here. What an incredible program. 40 years of Mountain Stage. How about that? Incredible. There was no independent radio station where I grew up, so this is really beautiful to have this in your town. If you can imagine it, the folk singer standing before you had never heard of the great Woody Guthrie till about 9 years ago. And some folks at least learned a little bit of This Land Is Your Land in school, but that was not part of the curriculum in my hometown of Waco, Texas. So I just love how no one ever claps for Waco, ever. It's okay. My grandmother was in the audience a few weeks ago. We played in Chicago. She lives in Waco. She didn't clap for Waco either, so you guys are certainly off the hook here. I have a childhood friend here, my best friend from kindergarten. She's sitting over there. She didn't clap for Waco either, so it's all good. But when I got into Woody Guthrie, I started really studying his work, and I was really blown away by this particular verse in This Land Is Your Land. And in case they didn't teach it to you guys either, it goes, in the shadow of the steeple I saw my people. By the relief office I saw my people. They stood there hungry, and so I stood there asking, was this land made for you and me? And when I came across that verse, it blew my mind, because in my hometown, I-35 runs straight through it, and on the east side of the interstate, there's a steeple from a seminary, and on the west side, there's a Caritas relief office and a Salvation Army, and the interstate actually creates a bridge, and there's a community of people living underneath that bridge. So when I read those words that Woody wrote long ago, I saw my hometown. And I've called it often a boomerang town, because it feels like a lot of folks that try to leave end up coming back pretty quick. I was working at the supermarket when I fell for Julie, knocked her up like everybody said I would. The day I turned 16, I got that job. Couldn't wait to buy a car and save enough. Leave this town for good. In August, I asked Julie if she'd run away. She said she wanted to wait till May to graduate. She'd be the first in her family, so I stayed behind. Thought she could get a scholarship to college, become a nurse, travel the world, but all that took a back seat when we saw those double lights. As for me, the only dream I've ever had is getting out of this boomerang town. You think you're soaring, you think you're flying, too young to know there's no use trying. You spin in circles, round and round, in this boomerang
It's a boomerang town. Julie got a GED and a job of 35. The only joint in town that's open all night. The diner next to the seminary. She serves the truckers, the troubadours, the punks, the college kids who trash their booths, all stoned and drunk, who always pay but never tip with daddy's money. Julie and I come from similar kin. Heavy drinkers, quick to anger's fist to skin. They all live and die here. That won't be us, I swore to her. I promise you will see the world. I just don't know where. As for me, the only dream I've ever had is getting out of this boomerang town. You think you're soaring, you think you're flying, too young to know there's no use trying. You spin in circles, round and round, in this boomerang town. It's a boomerang town. After shift, she lights a smoke up on the bridge. Under the billboard painted Jesus lives. Julie steps over the rail, thinks about salvation. The sun arrives, collides with the steeple, casts a shadow over God's most desperate people. Julie takes it as a sign. Let's go and starts flying. As for me, the only dream I've ever had is getting out of this boomerang town. It feels like soaring, it feels like flying. Now I know it's only dying. You spin in circles, round and round, in this boomerang town.
The Mountain Stage Band, thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. It truly is a privilege to be here. Thank you guys so much for welcoming me. And I got one more song for you. This is a song, a lot of the songs on my new record are stories about where I grew up, and this is one I've carried with me for a while. When I was in 6th grade, there was a classmate of mine named Devin Lujan, and Devin was accidentally shot and killed not long after the New Year. And I don't know what compelled me on this particular day. Oh, he was killed, I should mention, when we were in 6th grade. He was 10 years old. And there's this phase of the pandemic before we were live streaming or Zooming in any way. And I found myself at my computer, and what I did is I Googled him, and I discovered by doing that his mother had written several in memoriam pieces to the Waco Trib, which is the local paper there. And these different in memoriam pieces were published on days where he was really missed, like birthdays, holidays, that kind of thing. And the one that really struck me was the one that she wrote directly to him on graduation day, because that is the day that I graduated, and it would have been beautiful to have Devin with us. So this is called Devin's Song, and thank you for letting me share this with you guys. I'm standing at the screen door, looking out at where you used to play. My baby, you'd be all grown up now. This should be your graduation day. A million tears I have cried. If love alone could save you, never would have died. If tears could build a ladder tall, surely I've built thousands, but all they do is fall. Your friends are in the auditorium. You should be with them in your cap and gown. We should be packing you up for college, 'cause you had big dreams, far bigger than this town. A million tears we have cried. If love alone could save you, never would have died. If tears could build a ladder tall, surely we've built thousands, but all they do is fall. That morning when you left us, we had no time to say goodbye. Our hearts are forever broken. Lord, please kiss him, hold our angel tight. A million tears we have cried. If love alone could save you, never would have died. If tears could build a ladder tall, surely we've built thousands, but all they do is fall. Surely we've built thousands, but all they do is fall. Thank you so much. Thank you.
That was Jaimee Harris singing some tunes from her latest recording called Boomerang Town. She talked a lot about Waco. It's not too far from Austin. When she was a girl, her dad took her down to the Austin City Limits Festival, and she got inspired there, as she well should have, because she saw Emmylou Harris and Patty Griffin and Buddy and Julie Miller, and she thought, wow, this sounds pretty good to me. And now she's following in their footsteps. After all that joking about Waco, we should have done the song Billy Joe Shaver did on the show once called Wacko from Waco for our finale. But I didn't know she was going to go that direction. Time for our own singer, Julie Adams, to do a tune. Julie's going to be accompanied, as always, by the Mountain Stage Band. We got one substitution this week. Mr. John Ingram is going to play the bass instead of Steve Hill, but our man, Ron Soul, is still the leader of the band up there on the guitar. Ryan Kennedy plays electric guitar. Bob Thompson plays the piano. Michael Lipton plays the electric guitar. And Speedy Gonzalez, Ahmed Solomon, is back on the drums. And Julie's chosen a cool old song written by Alan Toussaint. If you ever hear a song that's really cool and you don't know who wrote it, chances are Alan Toussaint wrote it. It was a hit for Lee Dorsey way back in the 60s. Then the band recorded it on their album, Mad Dog Matinee. It's called Holy Cow. Make her welcome, Julie Adams.
You walked out on me. Holy smoke, what you doing to me? Yeah, I can't eat and I can't sleep since you walked out on me. Holy cow, what you doing, child? What you doing, child?
What you doing, child?
Holy smoke, well it ain't no joke.
No joke.
Hey, 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 curse my boss, job I lost since you walked out on me. Holy smoke, what you doing to me? Walking the ledge, my nerves on edge since you walked out on me. Holy cow, what you doing, child? Holy cow, what you doing, child?
What you doing, child?
Holy smoke, well it ain't no joke.
No joke.
Hey, hey, hey. Holy cow, what you doing, child?
What you doing, child?
Holy smoke, well it ain't no joke.
No joke.
Hey, hey, hey.
Julie Adams, the Mountain Stage Band, Alan Toussaint's song, Holy Cow. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. We hope you'll take a look at our website, mountainstage.org. You can find there links to our podcast, and you can follow us on just about every form of social media. Someday, we hope that you will come and join us, perhaps in the Culture Center in Charleston, West Virginia, where we are today, or when we're on the road anywhere. You can find out where we're going to be and get your tickets right there online at mountainstage.org. Well, we're going to have up now something very special. These guys first came to see us 20 years ago. Wow. They were child prodigies. But they broke into bluegrass music way back in the late 90s. As a matter of fact, they broke in a big way. They were Emerging Artists of the Year from the International Bluegrass Music Association. And not long after that, they came to see us on the mountain stage. They're from upstate New York, way up there near Canada. They're fine songwriters, and you'll hear great singers, duet singers, harmony singers, and good pickers, too. And the two of them, the two brothers, Lee and Eric Gibson, is where the name of the band comes from, and their buddy Mike Barber has been with them since the beginning on the bass here. And they picked up a guy who's really one of the best players, especially bluegrass players, in this part of the world, Mr. Frank Sullivan. They have a record out there now on Bull Run Records called Darkest Hour. Please welcome back to the mountain stage the Gibson brothers.
1, 2, 3. What a difference a day makes. How could the whole thing fall apart? You were my pride and joy, and now you left me in the dark. Goodbye, happiness. I never thought a bone to break. Yesterday you loved me. Oh, what a difference a day makes. Who knew 24 hours had the power to make me blue? Turn the world so wrong and it can't go on no matter what I do. I wanna fall real deep in a dream and sleep, but there ain't no truth. And pretend today is yesterday and I still had you. What a difference a day makes. How could the whole thing fall apart? You were my pride and joy, and now you left me in the dark. Goodbye, happiness. I never thought a bone to break. Yesterday you loved me. Oh, what a difference a day makes. If I'd seen signs of things weren't fine, I'd have done my best. I'd have walked the line, marched right in time, past any test. You say I'll be fine, just give it time, that's all I need. And however the more just filled with sorrow's all I see. What a difference a day makes. How could the whole thing fall apart? You were my pride and joy, and now you left me in the dark. Goodbye, happiness. I never thought a bone to break. Yesterday you loved me. Oh, what a difference a day makes. Goodbye, happiness. I never thought a bone to break. Yesterday you loved me. Oh, what a difference a day makes. Oh, what a difference a day makes. Well, thank you. Thank you so very much. Great to be here on Mountain Stage again. And, 20 years goes by pretty fast, as it turns out. We were here the first time we did the show was 20 years ago, and it never gets old. It's always great. We'd like to do a song. We have the new record, like Larry mentioned, Darkest Hours out. And there's a song on there that I wrote for my 17-year-old daughter a couple years ago. And she's just, she's great. I mean, all my kids are great, but she surprises me. She was so shy when she was a little girl, and she just turned into a young woman that is wonderful. And this is a song for Annie Gray. It's called 1 Minute of You. Now, babe, I know there comes a day, but I don't want to give away 1 minute of you. I see your eyes so big and bright, giving everything on your mind. You got your heart and all you do. And I know that wanting to won't stop time, but I wish it would. And I would be on every little hill you climb if I only could. So when you're out there on your own, just know that you're not alone. My love you can't outgrow. I hope that you realize you are the shiniest of the stars the sky will ever show. And I know that wanting to won't stop time, but I wish it would. And I would be on every little hill you climb if I only could. Now, babe, I know there comes a day, but I don't want to give away 1 minute of you. Sure. Thank you very much. Well, we made this record actually during the pandemic. We started Darkest Hour the week that the country shut down, March of 2020. Got halfway through making a record and didn't feel right about hiding in the studio when, the world was going kind of crazy. And it took a while. It took about a year to get back into a studio and finish the record. But we had a strong leader producing the record. Jerry Douglas, the great Resophonic guitar player, produced the record. And turns out he got us a kind of a secret weapon harmony singer that sang on the recording of this next song, a woman named Allison Krauss. And she's not here with us tonight. Something came up, I guess. But Eric will do a fine job. Walk away on you, giving every bit of life you had to someone new. If you can't stop crying no matter what you do, then I feel the same way as you. Do you feel like dying when each day is through? Do you want her even more when it comes back new? If the world won't end when you want it to, then I feel the same way as you. If it's clear there's nothing here that still feels right, there's no one to love, no one to hold you tight, then I think it's fair for me to say it's true. same way as you. Have you ever had pain inside that you can't undo? Do you ever want to run and hide and you just can't move? If every thought you have these days turns out blue, then I feel the same way as you. If it's clear there's nothing here that still feels right, there's no one to love, no one to hold you tight. If you never thought you'd be the kind to quit the fight, well then I think it's fair for me to say it's true. I feel the same way as you. I feel the same way as you. Thank you.
Darkest hour.
Thank you so very much. I realize that you haven't even talked yet. One half of the brothers here.
You were doing such a good job.
Oh, they'll think there's only one of us here if you don't speak up. And I know on radio it's hard to tell, but we both have magnificent hair. Look at no, only one of us was blessed with great hair, but Eric and I, we're brothers. We kind of grew up as twins more than brothers. He's 11 months older than I am, and we our parents raised us more like we're the same age. Like, he was born, and 11 months later I came along, and pretty soon they weaned Eric, and I was weaned on the same day.
It's too much information.
I'm pretty much over it now. I held some bitterness for a while, but I've been blessed to have a beautiful woman in my life, Allison, and I wrote this song for her a couple years ago. When the worst I fear's in front of me, and when all my strength I don't believe, when all else fails and doesn't do, in my darkest hour I reach for you. And now when life is bright and sailing by, I do realize how little I do count each blessing. This is true. And in my darkest hour I reach for you. This world can make a man feel small. There's times I feel I don't fit at all. And when the losing end is nothing new, in my darkest hour, I reach for you. In my darkest hour, I reach for you. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Beautiful weather you're all having down here in the beautiful city of Charleston, West Virginia. The temperatures are amazing. We can't wait for spring to begin in northern New York on the 4th of July, and are really hoping we have some of this weather when that comes around. You've been a very wonderful audience, and I don't know why we're punishing you with Eric's banjo, but we've decided to get that out again and see if we can't offend some people. We've tried for 20 years to impress people, and now we're moving on to offending them. Pretty soon we'll have the bagpipes in the band too, and spoons. We'll ruin a whole career. On the mandolin, Frank Sullivan, Mike Barber on the upright bass. I'm Lee Gibson and my older brother Eric. We're the Gibson brothers. Thank you so very much. A little highway. So bright, that's where I'll be tonight on the highway, on the Lord, my soul to keep on the highway. Those car lights so bright, that's where I'll be tonight on the highway, on the highway. Car lights so bright, that's where I'll be tonight on the highway.
Eric and Lee Gibson, Mike Barber, and Frank Sullivan, the Gibson brothers. And you heard the title song to their latest called Darkest Hour. These guys have won just about everything there is to win in bluegrass music, from the IBMA, the Song of the Year, Group of the Year, Gospel Song of the Year, just about everything. And if you doubt their bluegrass credentials, just know that Dale McCoury's recorded several of their tunes. That's all I need to know. The Gibson brothers. Hadn't seen them since, I think, 2015. Good to have them back. Very good to have them back. And I'm sure they had a good time with Jerry Douglas. Our old buddy Jerry Douglas produced that latest record. Remember, if you missed part of Mountain Stage or you just want to hear something again, you can always visit the podcast section of mountainstage.org. Each podcast will include songs we don't have time to fit on the radio, as well as our complete finale song. And if you enjoy the show, we'd appreciate it if you take a moment to subscribe and leave a review wherever it is you listen to your podcasts. You know, it's been a wonderful thing happen in music, folk country music recently. A lot of young performers, singers, and songwriters have a new neo-Appalachian movement. People from this part of the world, like Tyler Childers and Sturgill Simpson, and Sierra Farrell from here in Charleston, and a bunch of others have been writing about what it's like being from Appalachia nowadays. This next guy calls it the plight of the modern-day hillbilly. And there's plenty of plight there, believe me. And he does a great job of writing some songs from the heart that talk about this wonderful place where we live. It's wonderful, but sometimes it's difficult. He's got a new recording coming out. About the time you're going to hear this show on the radio, that Peace Mountain will be coming out. He's from Prestonsburg, Kentucky, and he's brought with him a friend on the fiddle. Please welcome, for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Nicholas Jamerson.
I saw a story in the stars last night, a sign in the flickering light. You were leaving and I was believing the lie I tell every time. That's the way that it always goes, line by line the tall tales grow. Like Homer in the Odyssey, I'm making fantasy foes. I'm letting my bad imagination get the best of me, caught in a daydream. I'm letting my bad imagination get the best of me, lost in a daydream. I think you're mad when you're not. I never really realized what I got. I complain for the hell of it, it's not relevant. I'm always stirring the pot. I'm letting my bad imagination get the best of me, lost in a daydream. I'm letting my bad imagination get the best of me, lost in a day. try hard not to believe everything I perceive, and you keep proving to me that I'm always wrong. I'm letting my bad imagination get the best of me, lost in a daydream. I'm letting my bad imagination get the best of me, lost in a daydream. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. This is Mr. Don Rogers over here on the fiddle. I'm going to sing you one I wrote about my good buddy, Tristan. I travel all over this country, and people think I'm hillbilly, but I said, there's level to this hillbilly stuff. And my friend Tristan, he spoke in subtitles. You couldn't really understand him unless you were with him every day. And we were close growing up, and we got to high school, and he went deeper into the holler, and I got into sports a little bit deeper and left, but this one's for him and all the holler children out there. The last time I saw him, he was walking beside a creek, up around the head of Buffalo, looking for ginseng. I waved as I passed him, and he just smiled at me, just like I always remember, just as happy as could be. A holler child raised in the wild, I swear there ain't no telling how many chickens he fought or deer he shot. I can still hear him rebel yelling. He loved tobacco spit, not giving a rip about what the rest of the world was selling. Most of all, I remember him being a good old fella. He could ride a dirt bike as good as he shot the three. He was faster than everybody when we were all 13. And he scored a bunch of touchdowns when he was on my team. He said goodbye to number one for a stand up in a tree. A hollered child raised in the wild, I swear there ain't no telling how many chickens he fought or deer he shot. I can still hear him rebel yelling. He loved tobacco spit, not giving a rip about what the rest of the world was selling. But most of all, I remember him being a good old fella. Now he's on a strip job riding four-wheelers in the sky. Up above the eagles, that boy could always fly. High, high, high. A hollered child raised in the wild. I swear there ain't no telling how many chickens he fought or deer he shot. I can still hear him rebel yelling. He left tobacco spit and not giving a rip about what the rest of the world was selling. But most of all, I remember him being a good old fella. Yeah, most of all, I remember him being a good old fella. Old friend, I will see you again when I escape this world of sin. I don't know where and I don't know when, but I will thank you until then. Thank you so much. I just put out a single last week called Billy Graham Parkway. It was written by my songwriter mentor. I met this guy, Alan Cormier, in Johnson City when I was 20 years old back at the Blue Plum Festival, and I was ready to move to Johnson City and do the thing after I'd spent 3 days in a Red Roof Inn with him and a guy named Roger Allen Wade. And I don't really know what this song's about. People have asked me what it's about, and I don't know exactly. I didn't write it, and I didn't have a chance to ask Alan before he passed away, but I think it's just about doing things with great love, and if you're not, then you're just kind of wasting your time. So this song's called Billy Graham Parkway. On the 4th of July, the whole country gets high and goes down to the firework display. But the reasons we die for that flag in the sky keeps getting further away. If it wasn't in the name of love now, I wouldn't understand how everything just disappears now. It's here and it's gone. Daddy's not home, it's 2 in the morning. Mama's still awake by the phone, and her 2 little boys fall asleep to the noise of Mama just praying alone. If it wasn't in the name of love now, I wouldn't understand how everything just disappears now. It's here and it's gone. Daddy's not home, it's 2 in the morning. Mama's still awake by the phone, and her 2 little boys fall asleep to the noise of Mama just praying alone. If it wasn't in the name of love now, I wouldn't understand how everything just disappears now. It's here and it's gone. Oh, on the rocks beside the river, I never will forget the way you smile. She says money doesn't matter, but I sure do like the way that diamond shines. We just watch that diamond shine. There was a 3-car pileup on Billy Graham Parkway. Salvation, no, it don't come for free. Was the money you made worth the price that you paid selling Jesus on cable TV? If it wasn't in the name of love now, I wouldn't understand how everything just disappears now. It's here and it's gone. Oh, it's gone. Thank you. We got one more for you. I wrote this at a time that I was searching for something to believe in and figuring out what faith looked like for me. And you know, you grow up. I grew up in the church, and you hear things, and you don't know what they mean. You're just repeating really what you've been told, and there comes a point where everybody has to figure out what that looks like for themselves. And Linda James was the mother of my middle school football coach, who was a mentor of mine, and she passed away. And when I went to the visitation, I didn't know what I was going to say to them in support. And when I got there, I didn't really feel like I had to say anything, because they were at peace with their mother's passing, and it touched me in such a way that I went home and I wrote this song before I could even get home. Really, it was out and finished, and it's a testament, I think, to her, and just faith can be. It's in a lot of different places and look a lot of different ways. So I'll leave you with this. It's called Linda James. 1, 2, 3. Linda James was a good damn woman. She gave everyone her light. She had a taste for the simple things, what it took to make a good life. She said, love as much as you can, give it gratitude at night, and be thankful for each and every day that you get to see the sunrise. Don't take your dogs for granted, don't you do nothing in spite, and take care of your people, and you won't need a steeple to give the world your life. In the land of 1,000 churches, seems that everyone's a saint. But they're few and far between, like her sister Linda James. She passed her light to her children, who then passed it on to their own. It's amazing how love just ripples out, and we get to watch it all grow. That's why you gotta love as much as you can. Give your gratitude at night, and be thankful for each and every day that you get to see the sunrise. Don't take your parents for granted. Don't you do nothing in spite, and take care of the people, and you won't need a steeple to give the world your light. You just give the world your light. 'Cause love will teach the fish how to swim. It teaches the birds how to fly. It'll light up your lantern in the middle of the night and go with you for the rest of your life. Some people find it in their preacher, others find it in their friends. Some find it in a long lost woman, and others find it in the wind. That's why you gotta love as much as you can. Give your gratitude at night, and be thankful for each and every day that you get to see the sunrise. Don't take that love for granted. Don't you do nothing in spite, and take care of the people, and you won't need a steeple to give the world your light. You take care of the people, and you won't need a steeple to give the world your light. You just give the world your light. Your light, your light, your light. That's why you gotta love as much as you can. Give your gratitude at night, and be thankful for each and every day that you get to see the sunrise. Don't take that love for granted. Don't you do nothing in spite, and take care of the people, and you won't need a steeple to give the world your light. You take care of the people, and you won't need a steeple to give the world your light. You just give the world your light. Your light. Your light. Your light. Thank you all.
Along with Don Rogers on fiddle and acoustic guitar, that was Nicholas Jamerson playing the guitar, singing the songs, and writing the songs. And his latest one will be out just about the time you listen to this on the radio, called Peace Mountain. He's going to also do a duet with a friend of ours, Charles Wesley Godwin, who's going to be on the show in just a few weeks. West Virginia guy, been on before. He's also been on the Grand Ole Opry, and he's done a show at the Ryman in Nashville. And you may or may not know, Appalachia goes all the way from up New York all the way down to Georgia, parts of different states, but there's only one state that's totally in Appalachia. You can guess which one that one is. We are in it. So we like that. We're all about that. That was Mr. Nicholas Jamerson. Great to have him on the show. I'd like to say a special hello to you if you're listening right now over WXPH, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, or KSBA, Coos Bay, Oregon. Next week we have a special treat for you. It's a special episode called Festival Favorites, and it includes previous performances on Mountain Stage of Fish, Joan Baez, Green Sky Bluegrass, Widespread Panic, and more. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. This is Mountain Stage from NPR. Well, thank you so much. Welcome to the second hour of Mountain Stage. I'm Larry Gross, and I am standing in for Kathy Matea, who couldn't be here today. But we'll start this hour with a woman from out in Oregon, and she moved into Portland. I think when she was 18. She grew up in a musical family, like a lot of folks who come on the show, and they start getting interested in music early. She started playing the fiddle. She also plays the guitar, as you're going to hear, and she's become quite a wonderful songwriter. She was on the show just about 3 years ago. It might have been before the great divide of the pandemic. We did a show over in Athens, Ohio, and I was so taken with her, I thought we got to get her back as soon as we can, and this was about as soon as we could. Her last album is called Outsiders, and it's very interesting because the way she did it, they recorded on analog tape in a studio where everybody lived together in a house, and they all came together, and she would teach them the songs, and then they would play, and a lot of times they would do it kind of directly to analog, and so it has a real natural sound, kind of like what you're going to hear right here. I think you're going to like her as much as we do. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Anna Tivel.
Ah pauses to say, would you look at our beautiful home? All of the angry and all the lost, painting a circle of blue. Only a moment to lean back and watch the silvery rise of the moon. First man on the moon, watching the earth rising up. Out of the darkness, cerulean blue, water and thunder and dust. Hundreds of thousands of miles away, the endless expanse of a dream. Pausing the burning of cities to say we are beautiful when we believe. Thank you. What a treat to come here. We've been so excited. We all live in Portland, Oregon. I got one more clap than Waco, Texas. But some musicians that we love so much are playing tonight, so it's a total honor to be part of this. And we drove through the Shenandoah Valley on our way here and just got our West Coast minds blown with jungly trees and purple flowers. And we're going to play a story for you. Keeping to yourself, and the rain came down like diamonds on the sidewalk where you stood. Another lonely town across the endless Bible Belt. Nothing big enough for headlines ever happened here until today. And looking like a stranger in your older brother's coat, you were watching from the corner as the day slowly unfolded. A ringing bell against the door of Frank's Savings and Loan, and you saw it all, the teller ducking down, the gun exploded. And like an old bronze statue, you were frozen there in place. One man slumped on the counter while the other filled a pillowcase. And suddenly your feet were running, rain all in your face. Across the street, the ringing bell, the door, the engine roared. house, you called for help, you tried to stop the bleeding. And sirens on the boulevard, a rush of blue motion. Like a wave came on, their weapons drawn, the teller's soul just leaving. And hands over your head, they said, and you tried to tell the truth. The pillowcase, the getaway, the car, the blood, and you in your older brother's coat, your stocking hat and worn out shoes. But to them you were just some punk kid cracked out and skipping school. And anger like a freighter pulling punches in your head, and you tried to push your way past all the uniforms and the dead man, but they pulled you to the ground, your face pressed on the wet cement like an animal spread eagle, the umbrella in your waistband. And guns, somebody cried, and you kicked your legs and broke the window in a chaos of confusion, raining glass like diamonds loosed, and you were on your feet again. And then a bullet danced right through you, and the ground came up like some great flood, and then you were not moving. Under a black umbrella, you were keeping to yourself, and the rain came down like diamonds on the sidewalk where you fell. And nothing in the headlines even mentioned you at all, just a corner note about a cracked out kid who broke the law. Thank you. I want to introduce my dear friends up here. This is Galen Clark on the keys. This is Micah Hummel on the drums. They are the best rental van company anyone could ask for. I mean company, like they don't own a rental van company. They're in fact good friends inside of a filthy rental van that we have been driving in for hours on end. Okay, we're gonna play you a really melancholy, slow rock number now. I think this is a song about trying to find people to look up to, artists who have made great art that inspires you, but also lived really whole lives and kind of done all the hard work to show up for people they love. And sometimes that you have to dig a little to find those folks, and it feels so good when you do. Staggered in from the real world, they lift their glasses skyward and turn the TV on. And you're singing about a bar fight, a shot and a can of High Life, the tears of a girl you just might leave before too long. And a lonesome crying coyote, a sweaty held out high note, a cowboy riding back roads away from everyone. But who are you gonna become if all of your heroes died young? And you wake in a stranger's bedroom, awash in last night's cheap booze, and she don't pretend to know you. She just pulls her work clothes on, and you stumble through the weekend till you finally call your girlfriend. I guess it's just not working. I guess I'm just a dog. And you sit at the kitchen table, a six-pack and a capo, an artist and an asshole. You right all of your wrongs, and your heroes grow unruly. They overdose or just leave their lives or messed up movies, and you've studied everyone. But who are you gonna become if all of your heroes are gone? All right, we'll leave you with this song. This one started out as a poem. I grew up in a really small town in northern Washington. My sister and I used to play this game when she started driving, where we'd drive around and we'd count how many cars we passed. That was a fun pastime that we had. But every time I go to New York City, I get my mind blown by just the sheer amount of human lives pressed up against each other. So I wrote this poem in my head real late one night in New York City. This one's called The Question. Thanks again to Mountain Stage for having us. In my dream you were beautiful, backlit, noble. In the low light of the window you were leaning on the edge. The high rises and billboards for perfume and cold girls. The steam above the dark road, the smoke around your head. And I knew you by description, the tall tales, the pictures, your short hair and your lipstick, the smell of coming rain. And I wanted to remain there, a voyeur, a stranger, below you in the night air, just waiting to be changed. An eyeliner and nylons, the calm upon your face drawn, revealing next to nothing, a deal you don't believe. And the Bible in a locked drawer, the past you gave it up for, the hymnal and the comfort in exchange for living free. And lined up with built, a masterpiece of pure will, just waiting on the world to gaze upon your body, a razor on a rough cheek, a blaze, a burning beauty, the saved and the worth saving, a hallelujah waiting to raise the heavy curtain, a play with no good ending, a prayer that never mentioned. To gaze upon your body, a razor on a rough cheek, a blaze, a burning beauty, the saved and the worth saving, a hallelujah waiting to raise the heavy curtain, a play with no good ending, a prayer that never mentioned the glory of the question, and the answer is the same. Thank you so much.
From Portland, Oregon, Anna Tivel, along with Micah Hummel on the drums and Galen Clark on the bass. That was Anna Tivel. You can see why critics often talk about her songs being vignettes about ordinary people and atmospheric and very visual. You listen to the lyrics and you really get a picture when Anna sings. Her latest is called Outsiders on Mama Bird Records. Anna Tivel. Time for the man over there behind the piano, Mr. Bob Thompson, and he's going to do a sweet song. I think he's done this once a long time ago. It's written by Frank Perkins and Mitchell Parrish, and it's called Stars Fell on Alabama. A lot of people have recorded this. First recording was by Guy Lombardo. Benny Goodman, Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong, a lot of people have recorded. It was actually based on a novel that was based on a real meteor shower down in Alabama. Let's hear what Bob does with it. Welcome, Mr. Bob Thompson. You can find his music at colortones.com. That was our own Bob Thompson with Stars Fell on Alabama. You're listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. If you have questions or suggestions for us, we'd love to hear from you. Our email address is feedback@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All those links are at our website, mountainstage.org. Well, what a treat we have now for you. We're going to finish up with a man who was born in Pennsylvania, but he grew up a lot of different places. North Carolina is what he calls his home, because that was one of the places he lived the longest. And then he relocated in the 80s to Chicago and became well-known out there as a singer and a songwriter. A few years he went to Nashville and wrote songs for publishers down there. But he became known first as a bluegrass player with the Special Consensus, and then bluegrass, country, whatever. You really can't put any kind of a category on Robbie Fulks. How many bluegrass players have recorded a whole album of Michael Jackson songs and gone over to an island off Scotland with the Mekons and done a record with them? That's just a few of the many, many things that he's done. Whatever he does, it's always interesting to hear, and he brings also great musicians with him, as you're going to hear right now. His latest is called Bluegrass Vacation. Welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Robbie Fulks.
Thank you. Sitting on the front porch, facing toward the hill, trail of years behind me and a night ahead to kill. One glass of whiskey to ease my mind, and another one to take it too far away to find. Staring up at the mountain like to drive me mad. The mountain never changes, so I guess I better have one glass of whiskey to ease my mind, and another one to take it too far away to find. Rich fast. Next time I'll take the money and I'll put the plan last. One glass of whiskey to ease my mind, and another one to take it too far away to find. These LA bars are friendly, small town bars are rough. I don't need no more unkindness, the memory's enough. One glass of whiskey to ease my mind, and another one to take it too far away to find. And when I feel I'm sinking low, I reach for the first friend I see. All I need's to look at him and know he's sinking faster than me. Well, life gets stranger the more it goes on. It's a wonder how I worry when nothing's really wrong. One glass of whiskey to ease my mind, and another another one to take it too far away to find one glass of whiskey to ease my mind, and another one to take it too far away to find. Thank you, everybody. It's really good to be back here on the Mountain Stage. This is about my 1500th appearance on Mountain Stage. I think I started appearing here in the 19th century, and always happy to be back here, especially with to see so many familiar faces, Larry and Michael Lipton, and to be on stage with these great acts you've seen tonight, Anna and Jaimee and the Gibson brothers. For God's sake, come on. So, good night. We'll do a couple more songs here. For some reason, the first song that we did was about whiskey, and the second song is about wine. I don't know who drew up this set list, but those are the first two. Are there any alcoholics in the audience tonight? Just a few? All right, that was a lusty response. I'm not really. I wouldn't call myself an alcoholic. It's just a crutch, is all it is, really. We'll do a little honky-tonk flavored song, and this goes almost exactly like this. I swore when she dumped me, being my own company wouldn't break me. I'm no sentimental throwback, though you might not know that from me lately. It's been hell trying to fight back her memory, but tonight I'm making a start. For I call that old friend in, and just listening to him's doing wonders for my heart. And now I hear the wine talking. It's saying, more wine. It cries the night is young, and this feeling's feeling awful fine. Don't leave me half empty. This ain't no time to be stopping, for the hour's not that late. You're still walking straight, and she's not quite forgotten. Ah, hey there, Mr. Lonely. I'm the light you only need to let in. Now go knock another glass back, and soon you're on the fast track to forgetting. Or am I slowly going crazy? I'm beginning to have my fears, for there's no one else around, and still the same old sound keeps ringing in my ears. I can hear the wine talking. It's saying, more wine, more. It cries and that is young, and this feeling's feeling awful fine. Don't leave me half empty. This ain't no time to be stopping, for the hour's not that late. You're still walking straight, and she's not quite forgotten. Oh, the hour's not that late. You're still walking straight, and she's not quite forgotten. I can hear the wine Thank you very much. All right, let's see. Are Lou and Nancy here today? My sister-in-law's people? There they are back there. Good to see old Lou and Nancy here. I'll dedicate this one to them and to my mom. You know, when I was a youngster, I think Larry referred to the fact that I got onto the bluegrass when I was young, and I've done a lot of different things in my records since then. But early on, when I was a tot, I started enjoying the music of people like Bill Monroe and Doc Watson. And then by the time I was like 10, 11, 12, maybe some of you people are about my age, which is 60, but something amazing and weird happened in the bluegrass music of this time in the early 70s, which was that these freaks started taking over the music. You remember this? There's some crazy stuff, because before then, the people that were doing this music, they were like kind of stiff people from the mountains, wearing the Kentucky colonel ties, you know, and things like this. And I loved that style of music, and I still do. But this new music, it was people that, like when I went to this festival with my parents in Culpeper, Virginia, we lived near there at the time, and I saw for the first time people like Sam Bush and Ebo Walker and Tony Trischka and several other people of that ilk. I was blown away, and these people became like rock gods to me when I was a teenager, and that's what happened back then. One of the people, in fact, on the scene back then was a man called David Grisman, and this is here on the bass as a founding member of the David Grisman Quintet. That's Todd Phillips. And his presence goes to show you that what happened in the music was the old style kind of like faded away, and though they met with resistance, the hippie freaks met with some resistance back then, they kind of took over and they wouldn't go away, and they and here they are. They're still here today, still standing, and it's pretty awesome. And I imagine somewhere in the world, you know, now there's a 10 or 12-year-old that's going to shows by people like Billy Strings and Molly Tuttle and Sierra Hull, and they're rock gods for those kids. So we'll send this out to those people too. This is a honest-to-God memory of those old days. It is from the new record that Larry mentioned called Bluegrass Vacation. I hope everybody goes out and buys a copy. If you're listening to the radio to my voice, we'll pause while you go order a copy. Okay, and we're back. Well, Daddy packed a van full of camping gear. Mama filled the ice chest up with beer, and I rode shotgun all the way up Route 15. Well, it seemed every picker in the USA had landed in a Culpeper field that day. 50 years gone, I'm still grooving on that scene. There was old men doing the buck and wing, young gals skinny dipping in the spring, while the singing and the fiddling and the feedback filled the air. While Mom and Daddy were getting fried, I was sitting there with my eyeballs wide, just coming straight at me off of the stage, just like a demon with a hypno ray, stealing my mind away. It was that long hair bluegrass, setting my young spirit free. In that long hair bluegrass, a little rough and shaggy, but man, it spoke to me. Doesn't matter how a fella looks, if his song is true and his plan cooks. I might have known that, but I was just a dumb old kid. Those hippies knew Bob Marley note for note, and they didn't shove religion down your throat, and I was pretty sure they smoked dope like I did. There'd have been police and pepper spray if a few old timers had had their way. Old Dr. Al Stanley looked a little unamused. Oh, but anyone with the ears could not deny. Blake on the guitar, Tony on the five. There was something in the air for sure. It wasn't all peace and make love, not war. No, it was something more. It was that long hair bluegrass, 73. Yeah, that long hair bluegrass, man, it swept the South and it swept over me. Come on, Christian. That is freaky. Come on in, Scott. Clarence White, that's a name I adore, and John Hartford. And just to drop one more, and don't forget the nitty-gritty band Earl Scruggs and his sons, Mr. Dave Grisman, and E.M. Monroe is still the king. But now his church has a new wing where an outcast like me can feel at home, singing that home. Just like Sam meant it to be. Yeah, that long hair bluegrass. Well, it wasn't all the greatest songs, and the solos were a little long, but it spoke to me strong, and it still speaks to me. It does. Thank you very much. Well, on the mandolin today, let me introduce this fella to you. He is the only single gentleman of the Robbie Fulks Orchestra today. Take careful note. Look how good looking this guy is here in his hat. He strikes quite a figure. And he plays and sings so well, as you've heard. He's from Nashville, Tennessee, and his name is Scott Seaman-Taki. How about it for Scott over here? It's a little weird singing that last song with this haircut, isn't it? You know, I used to be a hippie boy, but then life happened. Over here in the fiddle today, from, where are you from?
Erie, Pennsylvania.
Really? You're the first person I've ever known from Erie, Pennsylvania. And now there's like 6 more out here. That's unbelievable. We got to talk after the show. He's been playing the fiddle with me for all of, what has it been? 2 days? 2 days. This is my third show with him. And man, what a fiddler this guy is. That's Christian Settelmeyer on the fiddle over here. And singing. Some rule from the sky, some inch across the ground. Their bent backs turn to all heaven above sends down. Scratch and pull from this earth, what will it may give? Fattening on the feast to come, laboring now to live. And America is a hard religion. Not just anyone may enter. America is a hard religion. Some never do surrender. Sent to a savage land, mother knows not why. Plant a seed in rocky soil and perhaps to die. Freedom come it may to this child instead. Freedom comes, freedom goes, father is surely dead. And America is a hard religion. Not just anyone may enter. America is a hard religion. Some never do surrender. Every soldier on trials to test our hearts and arms to make us strong. Cheered by loved ones that from the graveyard say, all my tears surely gone after I fly away. And America is a hard religion. Do surrender. Thank you very much. I wasn't sure about what time is it now. Oh, look at that. We got one more song. Is that going to be okay? Well, we got a long song. It's like a pretty long song. Is that okay? I got a real long introduction for the song, too. Gonna keep you guys here another 40 minutes. A long, long time ago. All right, it's an older crowd. Okay, they get it. I got a tune here, and they keep a list of the songs that you've done on previous shows on the other 1,500 that I seem to have done here. Just kidding about that. I think I've been here 6 or 7 times, and it seems from the list that I have done this song here before, but I don't imagine any of you people were here, and I don't even remember it, so I'm going to do it again today, and I bet I'd do it better than I did 7 or 8 years ago when I did it here before. I've been working on it. This is a tune about any of you guys ever like grow up and then move away, and then at the time, like when you're 17, 18, you go like, I can't wait to get the hell away from here. And then, it's about 50 years later, you're thinking, that place was pretty cool, actually, start thinking about this stuff. And by the time you're older, you know, all these places are unrecognizable or gone. Half the people are dead. It's very weird being older and looking back. And looking back maybe sometimes a little bit obsessively if you've had one glass of whiskey and you have Facebook open in front of you or something like this, you know. Sometimes it's not an altogether pleasant feeling. But anyway, this song has some details from North Carolina, where I went to junior high school. And this is in the middle of the state, North Carolina down there. And I sort of dared to put some personal details into this, you know, into the song, which you always think you put some personal into a song and people won't know what you're talking about, you know. But maybe you can sort of substitute your own personal details in this general framework of being older and looking back on the distant past. Like one of the guys pops up in this is a guy called Tommy Thompson. Tommy was a guy that was in a band called Red Clay Ramblers. Everybody loved the Red Clay Ramblers when I was a kid. They were the most popular band in our area probably in acoustic music. And so he, among other things, pops up here in this kind of ramble and look back called Fare Thee Well, Carolina Gals. And by the way, thanks for listening to us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Those loose limb gals would swing their feet down the airport side of Franklin Street, and I'd watch them in the not quite innocent way I'm looking at them this evening. Thinking about the plans I put on hold while the town got smaller and the days unrolled. Now there ain't but 2 stories told, and this one's about leaving. I remember Katie, then Rosalie. I was pressing my luck when I tried for 3. Some shrink from a shameful deed, me, I'd do it gladly. If I hand you a line, girl, you know it's true. If I give you a couple, then it's yours to choose. One story from a total of 2 has got a good chance to end badly. So fare thee well, Carolina gals, I'm going where you can't find me. There'll be trouble in the days to come and a lot more fools behind me. I was just a lad about yay tall, sniffing that glue in the Northgate Mall, down where the anchormen say you all in kindness is a show for strangers. All them B-school boys and old hippie men sweating in the sun to no clear end. I made a medium to poor boyfriend and a pretty good house painter. So fare thee well, Carolina gals, I'm going where you can't find me. There'll be trouble in the days to come and a lot more fools behind me. From his home, Dad's heart couldn't be hewn like a simple phrase in a well-made tune. Well, stack of Leo sounding good on the moon. You don't need a cane chair or a hound dog. He'd sing the blues, I just smiled. I was such a calm and settled child, thanking the Lord, never dreaming the while he was laying out my downfall. So with my hair in my eyes and my chest out swelled, I stood on her porch and I buzzed the bell, peeking round the blind, knowing full well that her folks had gone to Boston. Now they mean quiet when they say lights out, oh, but that was love making and it made me shout. Daddy would have come home fast, no doubt, if he knew what the weekend had cost him. So fare thee well, Carolina gal, gals, I'm going where you can't find me. There'll be trouble in the days to come and a lot more fools behind me. Now if a cruel word escapes my mind, don't worry, honey, that's just the wine. On second thought, it's not the wine, it's just me talking. We men pour out our problems like we think they're unique. Each year when a baby starts to speak, they ought to give him a prize for stopping. Baby, don't you be too surprised if I should cash in the farm after Mama dies. Get a Cadillac and just ride till the Pacific meets the bumper. Stop looking at me like I've lost a screw, like things had to lead where they led to. With a house half gone to kudzu, I'd be lucky to get a clunker. By luck I landed in the upper south. By God, I gotta make my own way out. I should have read the signs by now. I should have heard the locusts buzzing. Poor old Tommy Thompson's dead and gone, and I've been feeling not so strong. Chapel Hill never did me wrong. It was fine till it wasn't. So fare thee well, Carolina gals, I'm going where you can't find me. There'll be trouble in the days to come and a lot more fools behind me. Fare thee well, Carolina gals, I'm going where you can't find me. There'll be trouble in the days to come and a lot more fools behind me. Thank you.
Mr. Robbie Fulks, along with Christian Settlemeyer, Scott Samaki, and Todd Phillips. Robbie Fulks, his latest is Bluegrass Vacation. And yeah, Robbie Fulks, Bluegrass Vacation. Always glad to see him and his friends. Our thanks to Anna Tivel. Our thanks to Nicholas Jamerson, the Gibson brothers, and Jaimee Harris, and all the folks that came along with them. And our thanks to you folks here in the auditorium tonight at the Culture Center in Charleston, West Virginia. We hope we'll welcome Kathy Mattea back again soon, and I was honored to set in for her. And of course, thank you for listening there, wherever it is you're listening, because without you listening on the radio or online or however you do it, there would be no Mountain Stage. Believe me, we never forget that. Hope you'll be with us next time. We have a special episode. It's called Festival Favorites, and it features Fish, Joan Baez, Green Sky Bluegrass, Widespread Panic, and many more folks recorded on the Mountain Stage in previous years. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Adam Harris. Senior producers Jeff Shirley. Associate producers are John Ingram and Mallory Richards. We're engineered by Patrick Stevens, Richie Collins, Jim Raines, Brian Hensley, and Greg McGowan. Production assistance comes from Paul Flaherty, Michael Lipton, Lance Schrader, Chris Mead, Kelly Lassiter, Ruben Shirley, and Big J. Photographic services are by Chris Morris. Promotion is coordinated by Mallory Richards, John Ingram, and Music and Motion Promotions. Special thanks to Mountain Stage members Walter and Sean Williams for their generous support. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located in the Business and Pleasure Traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. We're going to finish it off with an old Bill Monroe song done Kentucky Headhunters style. I bet you heard this one before. You say you're sorry once again, dear, and you want me to take you back once more. Come on, Robbie.
You say you need a helping hand, dear. Well, that's not what you told me before.
All right, everybody, come on. Walk softly on this heart of mine, love. Don't treat it mean and so unkind. Let it rest in a peace and quiet, love. Walk softly on this heart of mine. Come on, Scott, play the mandolin now. Let's play the fiddle, Don. Don and Christian. All right, Frank, play the mandolin. Let's hear that banjo. Come on, Eric. Here comes Nicholas.
I know you soon will find a new love. I feel your heart is turned to stone.
Gibson Brothers.
Let me down real easy. Loneliness moves on and you move on.
Let's hear those fiddles again. Come on, boys. Robbie Fulks on the acoustic guitar. Bring it down. Thompson on the piano. Here comes Ryan. Lift them down. Come on. How about Galen on the piano now? Come on, everybody come up here. Let's sing the first verse, all of us. Here we go. You say you're sorry once again, dear. You want me to take you back once more. Come on. You say you need a helping hand, dear. That's what you told me once before. One more chorus. Walk softly
Major funding for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey Glasser and by the West Virginia Department of Tourism. This is NPR.